Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Whistle Podcast with Coach JB and Coach Brett. We got a nice show for you today. Well, this evening. He's coaching at a varsity academy named Cornerstone Academy. It's located in Orlando in the Oak Ridge area. Oak Ridge, Orange Avenue side of town. Um, he's also an alumni of my school, Walmart Tech, out in Edenville, Florida. Right now, we sitting right now waiting on him to come through, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Right, all right. So, wait a few minutes, few seconds, coming on. We got a lot of people that want to come on the show, so we got to set everybody up to be able to get on the podcast. So, um, okay, here we go.
What's up, Jay?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Wait, we still waiting on my man, Marcus.
Right. Yeah, middle of the football
Yeah,
game, man. Sunday fantasy day. Shoot. Big money on the fantasy, man. Big money. But we make it do what it do.
so who playing today?
Oh, right now, man, the Cowboys. Cowboys playing Detroit Lions right now. And then you got Atlanta, they playing Carolina.
That should be a good game.
Yeah, 7-7. Atlanta just scored.
Right.
Yep. Make it do what it do.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Sitting here talking with Marcus earlier, man. He got he's still trying to rebuild that team, build his team up. He's been there a couple years now.
Yeah,
And
man.
about him being so close to Oak Ridge and everything, you know how that go.
He should be getting some guys, some leftover guys from Oak Ridge, man.
Yeah, I
Man,
heard. I
everybody
heard.
everybody can't go to Oak Ridge. You should be putting them guys that, 'cause Oak Ridge only go but like maybe 7, 8 deep. So man, you like a guy that ain't gonna crack rotation at Oak Ridge. You should be looking at getting somewhere where you gonna put some stats up at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yup.
Then you got athletes over there at Oak Ridge, man, that don't, that don't fit in with what Oak Ridge got going on, but they could play the game.
Right.
But they just don't. They see the talent out there that he got, and they just got the feel. I don't go out there, I ain't gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
we
was
just gotta. When you at them schools like them little small schools like because Cornerstone, I know probably to go to that school, you probably gotta pay a little bit of money to go to that school. Same way
you
Foundation. So you at them type of schools, man. It's tough to get kids in there if we don't have the scholarship opportunities to get them in there.
mm-hmm.
So basically, you got to deal with the card that you dealt with, and you got to play the hand that you dealt with, really. So just one of them things. That's why places like Lake Highland, yeah, the tuition about what 16 grand now a year, but Lake Highland, they able to have boosters that back them. You got Grant Hill, you got people like Grant Hill, you got other people that came through the program that's doing well off in life, so they could sponsor an athlete that come through there. And they also got scholarships available also for the student athletes. So, you know, that's why they always good in girls basketball. And then, the boys, they be hanging around the, district regionals every year. So, shout out to Al Hunt, shout out to Al Honor. He been doing this thing for the past 10, 15 years over there. He had the Berries over there in that program, and multiple, in the girl program, he had multiple D1 athletes come through the boy program. They kind of took a little step back, but you know, when you take 2 steps back, you take 3 steps forward. So one of them things, you got to catch on because Orlando, like cycle of talent, it comes in spurts. So some years you're not gonna be able to get those guys that push you over the edge. So you just gotta. That's where you really gotta dig down. And you gotta bring people in from the outside, like the surrounding counties around Orlando, though, to make it work. And you definitely got to tap into the international talent, but that's always gonna be the. Uh, yeah, bro. Other than that, man, how's everything going about your day, Jake? Damn, Dak threw a damn interception.
Yeah, but it's trying to get these people on, man. It's kind of difficult. So, but
Oh, is he coming on or what?
yeah, he coming on. He just walked him through it again.
Okay.
So, I was just reading up on Colorado not too long ago.
Yeah, they lost.
They
They
still
lost.
be waiting for him to lose, don't
Oh, what
all the
happened?
all them trap questions they be asking.
Oh, to my Dion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, they played a good game, man. They played against a good team. Kansas State ain't no slouch. They're ranked number 18. So, a team like that, of course they gonna come to play Dion. Every team gonna come to play Dion. Just I think Travis got hurt, man, in that game.
Yeah, I heard.
Travis get hurt in that game, man. He commanded double team. Yeah. He out.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bro?
What
What's
up,
going
bro?
on,
What's going
Marcus?
on? What's up,
Ain't
Not
man? How
much,
you
much.
doing?
man.
Yeah, doing good.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I was struggling with that, but I ain't never done this before, so I was struggling with it for a minute, bro.
That's all good.
I know. You ain't by yourself. So, you know, hey, Kev, you know, this my guy, Marcus Gray, man. You know, he went to the Tech. He was a couple years after me, but
Shout
Okay.
out to Wildmore. Shout out Wildmore Tech.
yes, sir. Hey, man, give us a little background about yourself, man, and your journey through, you know, being to where you are now, or as being a coach of basketball.
Okay, real quick. Again, uh, my name is Marcus Gray. Born and raised in Apopka, Florida. Shout out Apopka, Florida. Uh, I came to actually. I'm gonna give you a little background before I came to Wildmore. So I had a cousin that actually attended Wildmore with you at Wildmore Tech. You might know him, Gerald Michael Todd.
Yeah.
Um, my cousin was trying to get me to come out there like years before that, man. And I was just like, nah, man, I ain't going out there, man. I heard all some crazy stuff about Wildmore out there, man. I ain't
Yeah.
going out there.
Same thing. Same
So
thing.
I'm gonna tell you what really drew me to Wildmore was uh, I saw y'all come play Apopka High School at Apopka High School. We had in school game. And boy, y'all
Mhm.
lit them boys a fire.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all probably beat them by like 40, but I was like, damn, boy, they actually be moving out there. So I think he was out there with Corey Chandler at the time.
Hmm.
Um, and so I said, damn, I can really go out there and play. So my cousin was like, come on out there, you can play football and everything. Really, I wanted to go out there and watch more to play football because so I
Yeah.
actually was gonna play football at a park, but I had a lot of little grade situation that was going on. So,
Hmm.
long story short, uh, our house burnt down in 1991, I think, and I was out of school for like 3 weeks. And my mom was like, "And you gonna be so behind?" I said, "Well, let me just go to Walmart." She was like, "You sure you want to go out there?" I said, "Yeah." Mike Cook, shout out,
Hey,
rest in
Marcus,
peace,
kind of
Mike
center
Cook, man.
yourself in the camera.
Huh?
Kind of center yourself. Kind of
Say what
center
now?
yourself like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, my bad. So, shout out to Mike Cook.
Yeah, man. I heard about that.
Rest in peace, Mike Cook. Uh,
Hmm.
Mike said, "Man, come on out there." I think y'all had just went to state. Matter of fact, y'all won state that year?
Yo, we won state that year.
Okay, y'all won state that year, and then he was like,
Well,
"Man, come
well,
on out there,
well.
man."
He talking about. Well, he told. Okay, you came the year after we
Okay,
won state. Well, the year
I
after we
think, I
won
think,
state, the senior year.
yeah. So I think
So that
was
was the
Mike
year
on
that
that?
we went to Tallahassee.
Mike was on your team that year?
Yeah, he didn't
That y'all
play.
won
He
it.
played my senior year. He didn't play my junior year.
Okay, so his senior year is when
Yeah,
he played, and that's when he was telling us to come out there.
yeah.
So I was like, man, I think I'm gonna make that jump, man. So I came out there that next year. I think you had already graduated. I'm
Hmm.
trying to center myself. So you had already graduated, so I came out there after your senior year, and we came out there, and the rest was history, man. We started playing. We got our football. All the guys from the pocket that came out there. We played football out there. We had a good year in football, probably the best year that Wildmore ever had. I played running back on that team. I played running back and corner on that team that year. Uh, and then I got hurt right before basketball season, so my senior year got cut short. I played my junior year on that team. We had a terrible junior year, man. Oh my god! But we ended up going to the district championship. But we had a terrible year, man. I mean, we got destroyed by Jones by like 40. I think Oak Ridge beat us up about 30. So we got beat up pretty bad, man. That junior year, but we ended up getting clicking at the end of the year. We ended up losing to Orangewood, which shout out to Daniel Parks at Orangewood.
Yeah,
He lit
Daniel
us a
Park.
fire. Yeah, you
Yeah,
remember Daniel Park, white boy Daniel
yeah,
Park?
yeah, yeah. Daniel
Yeah,
Park.
straight up shooter,
Mugger
straight up
shoot,
shooter.
man.
End up going to Rollins College. Uh, but they beat us my junior year, and then and it was a crazy story. My junior year, I was on the varsity team, and Coach Howell put me on JV, which I was pissed off about. Well, I was gonna quit, and he's like, "I'm gonna put you on JV and let you just cook." So I went on JV, man. I don't think I was averaging about 25 points a game on JV. And he was trying to put me back on varsity. I said, no, I'm gonna finish out, and then if y'all win district, I'll move back up to varsity. Because I was going into practice, I was killing the varsity. And he was just like, yeah. He said, I think I made a bad mistake. I said, well, let me finish. Let me finish down on JV, and then I'll move back up. So going into our senior year, we really wanted to get back to where Watmore status Walmart standard was, to get back to state. And we ran through a lot of people our senior year, so we wanted to get back to state and get up there. Unfortunately, we didn't do as good as we thought we were going to do in state, but we made it back there. But we wanted to get back there to Watmore standards, man. So that's a little bit about me. So
So
Yeah.
uh,
so Coach Marcus, what's the difference between building a program like Cornerstone, being as a private school, as in building like a public school, like a Oak Ridge or Edgewater? How difficult it is to bring the players in them?
so I'm gonna go back a little further. Cornerstone used to be Pine Castle.
Yeah,
Gerald, you
yeah,
know about Pine Castle back in the days.
yeah.
Pine Castle.
Yeah.
Pine
Yeah.
Castle never that good. It was never that good. So they always couldn't get the kids from like Oak Ridge, Boone, Cypress Creek, stuff like that. They can't get the kids from there. So the kids that go to Cornerstone, it's kind of hard to get those kids there because those kids are not used to that culture. So at Cornerstone, they're like one of those schools. It's an academic school. You got to have a certain grade point average to get in there, and they put you on a waiting list to start off with. And then then you have to have a certain grade point average to get there. Uh, and then they put you on the waiting list, and then if you fall in that waiting list and your grades are right where they need to be, they'll accept you in. Now, a lot of the kids from the hood, like around the area, and I'm not familiar with the areas over there in Oak Ridge, but I know that area is heavily Hispanic, and you got African American kids that go there too. But it's kind of hard for those kids to get to that culture because they got to dress, they got to have a regular. They don't have regular clothes. They have to wear uniforms, and they can't have a beard. They can't wear earrings. They can only wear certain shoes. So a lot of the kids can't adjust to that culture. And so when they get there, it's a lot different. So they got to be able to adjust to it. I understand. I kind of understand them from like the small class perspective because at Wymo we had small classes. So I kind of agree. I'm kind of cool with the kids when I talk to them about the small classes. But just the culture at Cornerstone is just totally different. I had a cousin. He played at Evans High School. His ninth grade through 11th grade year. By his senior year, he transferred to Cornerstone, and he wasn't used to that culture either because he was used to pants sagging, wearing any kind of shoes he wanted to, wearing hair a certain way. But once he got to Cornerstone, all that stuff had to change. And I had to tell him before he got there, hey, man, the culture is going to change because you're not going to be around a lot of black kids because the black kids at Cornerstone are the minorities. You know what I'm saying? There's only about at Cornerstone right now, you might get, let's see, it's supposed to be 2,000 kids there. You might got 300 black kids there.
Mm.
So, and that's in middle school and high school. So, and then some of those kids are not, I say the inner city black kids. They're more used to having mom and dad, not like in the inner city where we probably got either just mom or we live with grandma. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We used to hanging out at all time of night and then get home late and then trying to go to school the next day. These kids, hey, mom said go to bed at 9 o'clock. They in the bed at 9 o'clock. They getting up. They don't catch buses to school. You know what I'm saying? So they getting rides and stuff like that. So it's a big culture shock there. But trying to get the kids there, they got the biggest thing that's hard to do is recruit kids to come there. And we have a hard time because they don't want us to recruit, which is it's supposed to be in Orange County anyways. You're not supposed to recruit kids to the school anyway. We
They
know
still do it.
it happens. Yeah, we know it happens. But
Yeah,
say
you
they
got
put it
to.
on us to say like, yeah. So they put it on us like, hey, you can't do it because that's a violation. So we don't want to get that violation. So when we talk to kids, we have to tell the kids about the school. instead of telling them about the basketball program.
Yeah.
So it's really
There's
hard to
ways
get
around it.
kids. We like, huh?
There's ways around it.
Yeah, there's ways around it, man. And we got, and to be honest with you, you got to be very, very careful what you say to the kids or to the parents about what's going on at school or how to get the kid to the school. Like we've had some kids that were pretty decent that came there and played with us, but we never had that group of kids to come there and change our program around. So that's the hardest thing about it, man.
Do you have an AU? Do you have an AU coach on your staff?
No, I actually been coaching AU my last 3 years, just 3 years because I haven't really been doing anything, and some of the stuff for like helping with the kids, with training and stuff like that, playing in summer league and stuff like that. But the last 3 years have been my first 3 years that I actually coached AAU. I started off coaching seventh grade because they already had high school coaches already. So I started coaching the seventh grade group. And shout out to those kids now. They're now 10th graders, 11th graders. Now they're playing in high school at different schools. I got a couple playing in Ocoee High School, a couple at Apopka, and I think it's one that's at Legacy Charter, couple at Legacy Charter. So I kind of like sprinkled around and got a couple kids from different areas that played with me. But now they're 10th and 11th graders. They're playing in different high schools. But we don't
Okay.
have an AAU. We have our head coaches for uh, Lake Nona. They have an AAU team out there, the Royals, the Nona Royals out there, and he coaches out there. But he coaches his sons. But he's kind of affiliated with them. So he's got a couple kids that play at our school that play for the Royals also.
So do you feel that program need an AU coach on their staff for bringing the pipeline of talent in?
That's where the thing with the recruiting thing comes in because we have to be very careful. Like, you know, I've had a couple kids that play AAU for me that have came to Cornerstone. I haven't said anything. Shout out. I hadn't said anything to them, but they just like, hey man, I want to go play for you, Coach Marcus. And I'm like, all right, cool, but this is the standard. This is what's going on. So I have to actually get with the parents and like, hey, look, you can apply. Don't say my name. Don't my name don't go on that application at all. You don't know me, but when you see me at school, then we can holler at each other. But you don't know me, so they have to go on there and they fill out the application. I had a couple kids. Me and Gerald, matter of fact, me and Gerald know a guy. His son came out there. We were talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Gerald.
Yeah, I know.
Big O.
Mm,
So, but they came out there. We had a couple kids that from that group that came out there and played. They actually helped us a lot.
mm,
Uh, Helped us out a lot with just being big guys. They wasn't really skilled, but they helped us a lot with just being big bodies to help us out a lot.
mm,
But with the AAU stuff, like I said, us being we don't coach, we coach at AAU and trying to funnel some of those kids there is really tough because so you got to be careful because they're gonna start saying, hey, look, y'all recruiting those kids out there, and we have to be like real careful with it.
So what's the
yeah.
tallest kid you ever had in your program?
What's that?
What's the tallest kid you ever had in your program?
The toughest kid?
No, I say the tallest kid.
We had a kid. I want to say my third or fourth year there. That was 6'6". He was 6'6", but he was from I want to say, where was he from? I want to say Yugoslavia,
Oh, so
something like that.
international kid.
He was an international kid, yeah, because he stayed with some parents. He had some international parents, some parents that kept him that he lived with for a while, and he stayed there. His name was Lucas. He was about 6'6". He was a good big man for us too. He was about led us in blocks, rebounds, had a nice little jump shot. He didn't want to go to college though, to play basketball. He just played it because he was in high school. We had another kid a couple years ago named JJ. He was about 6'5", 6'6" also. Not quite as good as Lucas, but he was a steady presence for us. We've had kids about 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" that's played for us. Some have been pretty good, and some have been just just a person in the middle that we could just use as files. We had a kid last year that was 6'4", big O. He actually played for us. But my nephew, who just went to college to play football, he led us in rebounding. And he was only like 6'1", 6'2", but he just knew how to go get rebounds.
What
So y'all have a football program there
what year
also?
that kid Lucas played for you? What year that was?
What year was that? Let's see. I
'Cause it
started in
might be about the same
2002.
kid you talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
Actually, the year that Lucas played, the boy, he played for the 76ers, played there with Kyle. Paul Reed.
Oh, Paul Reed. Yeah.
We played against Paul Reed in the summer, and Lucas played with us, and Paul Reed was on Wakava's summer league team. And that was his senior year, and we played them in the summer league. And Paul Reed lit us a fire, bro. He probably had about 25, 15, and probably like 6, 7 blocks. We couldn't do nothing. But
No, I'm
the
not.
thing about it, with us playing against them, it wasn't just him. It's just the athletes that Wakava had. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They had really good guards that were
Yeah.
like physical and they were fast. And we had guards that wasn't used to that physical. You know what I'm saying? Like us growing up, like all guards that we played, they were super athletic. So we weren't used to that. You know what I'm saying? Playing against those guys, we weren't used to that, and we struggled. Lucas struggled against Paul because Paul was athletic. He couldn't get shots over top of him because I think Paul was like 6'8" at the time, 6'8", 6'9",
Mhm.
and he struggled against him. So, but we got a football program to be. We do have a football program out there. Actually, we encouraging our kids. Some of our kids that are dual sport athletes, we're encouraging them to play football so they can get that toughness. That when they do come over to football, they already, like last year we had 4 guys that played football. We actually had 5 guys that played football, and it really showed the difference because when we played against teams that were rugged and that was tough minded, we were able to compete with them. So
Yeah.
it actually worked out good for us.
Mm. So what's your schedule from the time you started to right now? Like, I know you had some teams you had to play in your district and stuff like that, and because of the fact that you had the team that you had all those some of those years, I know you couldn't really go play against those big teams. So I'm saying I'm
Yeah.
sure pretty much now that you've been built up what you done built the schedule up.
Yeah. So what happened was the year that my cousin was there, he ended up going to college. He ended up going to play college basketball in North Carolina. The year that we played, we had 5 guards that were really, really good. So we started 5 guards. But we had one guy that was about 6'1". He could play multiple positions. And he actually rebounded pretty well. And he was an underclassman. So we actually that year we beefed up our schedule that year. That year we played Cypress that year. I think we played Boone that year. We played Master Academy, which has really always been a really good uh, school as far as like not like in 7A or nothing like that, but they always had a pretty good team out there. So we played Masters twice. We played Boone. Played Cypress. We played. Of course, we played
Hey,
Freedom, East River.
Hey Marcus, come over
Yeah.
some. Come over some.
Oh, this one.
No,
My bad.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
We played East River. Uh, we didn't play Colonial that year. But we beefed up our schedule. Even in our tournaments, we played a tournament. We went to Tallahassee for 4 days or 5 days, and we ended up playing a team in Alabama. Uh, we ended up playing a team in Alabama. We ended up playing another team from north of Tallahassee. We ended up playing there,
What school y'all
and
played
we
at when
beat.
y'all went to Tallahassee?
Uh, I can't think of the name of the school.
You got a Tallahassee guy here, man.
Oh, is he? You know
Yeah.
what? They weren't even from Tallahassee. They was from. I wish I could pull the schedule. I could tell you what the school. They were outside of Tallahassee. That was right after one of those hurricanes that came up there. It messed up Tallahassee in that area real bad that year. And
Like
we went up
what
there.
Quincy? Quincy?
Must have been.
Quincy or
Yeah,
probably
it messed up.
Mariana.
Yeah, it messed up. It might have been Mariana. It might have been in that
Mariana.
area right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a good. Yeah, they always keep a good. They always keep a good program.
Okay, so we went up there and played them. We played up there. We played like on a Friday night. So up in that area with them small town on a Friday night, everybody coming to the games.
Oh yeah,
So
they ain't got nothing
yeah,
else to do.
exactly. So everybody was in the gym. The gym was packed. So we ended up playing there. We ended up staying in Tallahassee another night, and then we went to Alabama. We ended up playing a team in Alabama, uh, and then we ended up leaving. We played that team in Alabama. We ended up staying the night in Alabama, and we actually went to a college game that following night. We went to Auburn University, and we ended up watching John Morant them play Auburn University that night. So
Okay.
that was a nice little trip for us. But that year right there, man, we had a really, I think we ended up winning 20 games that year. Yeah.
So
And
who
the
all
team
in
that
y'all?
really okay, go ahead, my bad.
So who all in y'all district currently this season?
So they changed, they don't switch districts again. They like every couple of years, man, they switch in districts, man. So they don't
Yeah,
switch the districts again. So this year we got Santa Fe. Santa Fe gonna be really tough this
they
year.
always keep a team.
Yes, man. And we struggled against them. I think we haven't beat them in in a while. But one year we stuck up with them, man. I think they only beat us by like 5 points at their place one time, and they had some athletes. Lakeland Christian. Lakeland Christian got a good football team, but their basketball team is not that good.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think who else in that district. I want to say Foundation Academy.
foundation. Okay, y'all
They're in our
playing on.
district. Uh,
Yeah. We just got through talking to the foundation
huh?
coach. We got to talk to the foundation coach a couple of weeks ago.
Last 2 years. I don't know what they got this year. Uh, we got. I want to say we got three more other teams. I can't think of them right off my head. But
Y'all got
yeah,
CSTA,
that's the ones I can think of.
CSTA. Y'all
CFCA.
got
Nah,
CSTA.
nah, nah. We never had them in our district. We've always had either we had TFA, which is right there off of what's that, Bruton, the
Yeah,
big
Bruton.
church with
Yep.
the big church right there. Yeah, they got a good
Yeah.
football team right now that's just killing people right now. But we
Yeah.
had them. We had Masters. We had Trinity Prep. We had Windermill Prep. Windermill Prep, man, I don't even know why they even putting them in our districts, but that's ridiculous. Uh, and because they can recruit.
Yeah. They get
You
international
know what
players
I'm saying?
too.
Yeah, they had the 7 foot Asian boy last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where did
but
he
he
end up
wasn't.
going?
He actually was an underclassman. He was an underclassman,
Oh, so he.
so he
Oh,
should
so
be.
he ain't left
He
yet.
a junior this year. He a junior
Okay.
this year. I think Brandon Bass' son is a junior too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's still over
Yeah,
there.
Brandon Bass' son is there. The Asian kid there. They just got another kid that just transferred in there. The matter of fact, we got a kid that's a senior on our team, our shooting guard. He was at Windermere Prep last year, and he a 3 point shooter. I'm talking about, bro. He probably one of the best 3 point shooters in the state. I mean, we'll put him against anybody, but he can shoot that thing, boy.
How
Uh,
y'all was able to land him?
hmm?
How y'all was able to get him?
So he played for us in 8th grade
Oh,
as
okay.
a varsity player in 8th grade. He played 8th grade year, 9th grade year, and 10th grade year at Cornerstone. His junior year, his dad wanted to give him better competition. He wanted to send him somewhere to get better competition. Mind you, when he left us, he was averaging 18 points a game. Went to
Mm.
Windermere Prep, production went down, playing
Yeah,
time went down. He went down. He went down to three
yeah,
points a game.
yeah.
Three
Based
points a
off who
game,
you got on your team.
barely playing that much because they were loaded with guards over there. So
Yeah,
when he went over there, so his dad was just like, and he wasn't really feeling it because he wasn't the man no more.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So he decided, he said, you know what, I'm gonna spend my senior year back over there. Mind you, we had a guard last year that averaged about 17 points a game. He ended up going to Allegheny up in Pennsylvania. He played at a school up there. So he led us in 17 points a game last year, and he was a really good guard. So I think he didn't really want to share that guard position with him, but this year he's really the guy. But we got another young guy that's under him that's gonna be a dog.
Y'all got any big men?
No man, we've been struggling with that for years, bro.
That's
We got one big guy. I'm gonna tell you a little quick story. So I had a kid that was a 6'8" kid that played on my AAU team this summer. I ain't know his age. So he played with us. You gonna see where I'm going with this. I didn't know his age, but he was 6'8". He had already signed come to play at Cornerstone and everything. I was like, bro, we good to go now, bro. We got us a 6'8" guy. But he wasn't that. He wasn't skilled, but 6'8" to 6'8". You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Gerald, he was almost as bad. No, John Powell was better than him. and you had John Powell when he was young, and I had John Powell when he was a senior. And oh my God. But anyway, so 6'8", right? So boom, everybody like, man, y'all got this 6'8" kid coming out there. And I said, man, it's gonna help us out a lot. This man went and told me he was 19. I said, bro, you finna turn 19? He said, nah, I'm 19 now. I said, when you turn 20, bro? I turned 20 in April. I said, hell no, bro. Man, just messed up our whole spirit, bro.
Hey man, you better get
Yep.
fired, bro. You
And
better
then,
get fired.
man, and then he was a virtual kid too, so he didn't go to regular school. He was doing everything online, so it would have been easier for him to get in our school because he was virtual.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, that messed us up, man. So then we had another kid that was 6'3" that was at Oak Ridge. He was on the bench at Oak Ridge. He wasn't playing at all.
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
he was gonna come over there. I'm talking about super athletic, could shoot the ball from outside and everything. What you laughing at, Gerald? Bro, he was about to get off 5, bro. 19, bro. But you finna get off 5, bro. I said, hey, I immediately cut off all communication with him. All communication. I thought stop talking to him. Period.
Truth, we supposed to vacate it our championship. We
Oh
had
my
two niggas
God, bro.
on the almost 30 years old.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy,
See,
man. That's crazy, bro.
so if he would have turned 19, during the season while we were playing, he'd have been straight. This nigga told me he finna turn 20. I said, bro, no, bro. Nope, we done, bro. Done. But Wildmo was known to have one of them cats that were like on the verge of 18, 19.
Yeah.
Because I
On the
think
20, 21.
yeah, there you go. So we had I think my junior year, we had a dude named Steve Williams. Steve was getting ready to turn 19. I was like, bro, you in 11th grade, you gonna turn 19? Oh heck no, bro. Like, bro, so he went on to hurry up and quit.
You talking about Black Steve? You talking about Black Steve?
Yeah, real dark skinned Steve. Yeah. Steve Williams. He said, man, I'm about to turn 19. I'm like, bro, you're a senior citizen, bro.
Man, look.
So, but yeah, man. So we had to cut off communication with him. So the kid that was from Oak Ridge, the thing with him was the commute to the school. So he didn't have a ride. He was gonna be a senior, but he didn't have a ride to the school because there's no bus to pick them up, which is crazy because I wish Cornerstone would have had like some kind of transportation to pick up kids that want to come there that they can just go pick up and put them on a bus and commute them there, because there's a lot of kids that like on this side of town where I live at that wanted to come to Cornerstone. They were just like, man, if I got a ride, I'll go and play, and kids that can really go too. But now they're regular schools and they're not even gonna make their team because their team's so stacked already.
Yeah.
And they ain't gonna be able to make that team. But if they would have came to Cornerstone, just like we used to have at Wamo, all these other schools would have their players, but you go to Wamo and flourish. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't make your team, but you can go over there and hoop. So, but yeah, man. So He got messed up on that. So now he had Oak Ridge riding the bench.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's reality, man. Overly stacked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Overly
Cause
bring
Oak
players
Ridge,
from the outside.
come on, man. Come on, man. And I was trying to tell him, like, bro, like, and I was trying to help him out. Like, look, bro, if you can get to the school, maybe you can catch the bus. Maybe your mama can drop you off at school. I can drop you off at home. You know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna be at the school every day anyway, doing like we were gonna do training in the morning and then we were gonna do conditioning like in another month, and then boom, once the season started, like, bro, you can just ride with me. I'll drop you off on my way home. But you know what I'm saying? You know, he got probably people in his ear like, man, yeah, man, come and be on the team. You know, I always probably telling them like, look, man, stay on the team, but you're gonna be the ninth, 10th guy, and they only gonna go 6, 7 deep,
Yeah.
and that's it.
While
And so
telling
you
Jay
now you
early.
yeah, so that's what you're gonna do. So now you're gonna end up be waiting till the blowouts to get in the game. So they up by 40, now they gonna put you in. Now you
Mm-hmm.
ain't
Yeah.
getting no now you ain't getting no coaches looking at you. Now you ain't got
Yeah,
no
that ain't
tape
no
on you.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't got no tape on you now because you could be on that team, but if that team, you could be the ninth, eighth, ninth guy on that team, but you could have some tape on yourself where you can send the coaches like, look, I'm on this team that I went to state 3 years in a row, but I was the ninth guy, but here's my tape. So you can actually look at me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
kids don't think like that. They think everything just gonna come to them, and it's not.
Yeah, man. It's
So coach so Coach Gray, like looking back at last season, y'all feel that y'all gonna progress this season or y'all gonna regress this season? Just give me your points and views on this coming season.
So two things. Well, we probably gonna be a more athletic, better shooting team than we were last year because now we have multiple guys. We have more guards this year. That actually our starting five, except for one guy, gonna be all guards. But every last one of them can shoot the three ball. But I think the one thing that we're gonna struggle with is of course rebounding, and that we gotta kind of get our guys to buy into. Hey, look, everybody gonna have to learn how to touch somebody. Like everybody gonna have to learn how to rebound and stop looking at the ball. We played this summer. We played in a little summer league at the downtown rec, and we played Jones, and we actually played Jones good the first half. Like I actually think we were winning by 1 point at halftime, and I think the second half the athleticism came out of nowhere, and it showed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People scared to put bodies on people and rebound. And I said,
mm-hmm.
and I told him, I said, and we showed him the film. We were like, bro, look, every last one of y'all looking at the ball instead of saying, as soon as that ball shot, I'm putting my body on somebody. And that's the one thing that we're gonna struggle with. And then defensively, we gotta be able to like to defend guys and keep guys in front of us. I think we struggled a little bit with fast guards, really, really quick guards that are just like that's herky jerky, we can stay in front of them, but the ones that like super quick and herky jerky at the same time, we can't stay in front of them. So we got to learn how to kind of gauge the guy. If he beat me the first couple two or three times, now I got to make him into a jump shooter. I'm gonna see what your jump shot about. Let me see if
Yeah.
you can get to the paint and shoot over top of me. So we got to get their IQs to actually really study guys instead of just looking at them and thinking like, okay, we can play against them. Nah, because a lot of guys are very, you know what I'm saying, you can underestimate a guy by just looking at him sometimes.
Right.
And I learned that myself because I know guys that always underestimated me when I was growing up. Like, man, you can't hoop. Okay, I'll show you. Get
Yeah.
out there and next thing you know, I got 20 points on you. You just like, dang, what happened? So they have to like really look at that because Santa Fe is gonna be tough.
They
Santa
always
Fe
keep
is
them some
tough. They got
shooters. Even
yeah,
when I
they got
played
some good
back then,
guards.
Santa Fe was
Hmm.
they always kept them some shooters.
So they got
And they
some
always had
guards
somebody
down
throw it
there.
down there too.
Yeah, and you know they getting kids from Kathleen, they getting kids from Lakeland High School, from them areas right there.
Yeah.
So they plucking guys from there because they're able to do that because they can give kids scholarships to come to their school. So uh, they keep a couple, man. They got a kid about 6'4", 6'5" right now that's getting ready to go to a D2, and he can go. So we got to just be mindful of him, but you know they're gonna have other little pieces with them too. So Um,
Hey, coach. Hey, coach. Let me cut you
mhm.
off though, because it's sticking right here. What I got to tell you.
Go
Okay.
ahead, bro.
You. I mean, who is your tallest player? What's the tallest player?
Tallest player on my team.
Yeah.
On what team? My high
Yeah.
school team or
Your high school team
my high school team last year or this year?
this year.
This year, my tallest guy is 6'1", 6'2".
Six. Okay. So you ain't got no business playing. Basically zone. You gonna play basically zone, but you need to add that 1-3-1 press in, man.
Man, listen,
You
I'm
need
glad you
that. You
said
need
that.
to add that
You
one
said
three
it right
one,
here.
bro.
Let me tell you right now. So I've been coaching now a while. I've always had a press, but I always because of I was coaching JV. I always pressed. I didn't care if
Yeah,
I had a sorry team. We pressed
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I
because
knew we was
defense is
gonna be
offense.
we were going because we gonna be undermanned. And then the thing about it, I used to run a 2-2-1 just to slow teams down. Because if the teams are bigger and faster, okay, we're gonna slow y'all down. So instead of making the game 75-40, I'm gonna shorten y'all. I'm gonna make it 50-32 or whatever it is. That way it won't be as bad of a blowout, but at least I slowed you up enough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That you can't be running in the gym. Now you down there dunking on us and all that.
Yeah,
And
you
then
can't let them guys get in their offense, man.
come on in. So what we have done, like last year we had a run and jump press. We did a run and jump press last year.
Okay.
But we couldn't run it with our big men because our big men were so slow. So my nephew, who's like I said, my nephew last year, who was 6'2", we made him our big man. So now and then he played football, so he was quick enough to get to spots. So we were able to, once we took our bigs out, we were able to actually run and jump. So we ran that pretty well. We actually played in a tournament in Lakeland. We played at Lakeland High School last year. We played in a tournament down there last year. And we played Winter Haven. And no, not Winter Haven. We played not Winter Haven. We played Lakeland, not Lakeland High School. Damn, Lake Weir. No, Lake Wales. My bad, my bad. Lake Wales.
Mm-hmm.
We played Lake Wales. And Lake Wales had some guards. They had some decent guards.
Oh,
We
they
ran
all
that run and
decent
jump
guard.
against, yeah, we played against them and we actually beat them. We beat them by 5 points, but we ran that run and jump press and we kind of like we really bothered their point guards
Mm-hmm.
by what I'm saying, because they never knew where that run and jump was coming from. So
Mm-hmm.
we bothered them a lot by that. So that kept us in the game, and we ended up beating them by 5 points because we could hit free throws. And then we ended up playing played another school too. I can't think of the other school, but the other school beat us, but they beat us because they pressed and they ran a diamond and one. They
Mm-hmm.
ran they ran that diamond and one press, and we struggled in the first half trying to beat it because they were super quick. They were
Mm-hmm.
super quick, and we couldn't stop it. But then by the second half, we started hitting our shots, and then we kind of like we were beating them because we were beating the press and kicking it to the corner. We would start hitting shots. So they ended up beating us. They ended up beating us by 12 or 15 or something like that. But we got it down to like 8 points. But yeah, that
Oh,
I feel you on that, Gerald, because I've always been a stickler for that press when you got guards. I've always been
mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah. And see when if they break the even if they break the press, you still got to stay in some type of trap. You know what I
You got
mean?
to stay aggressive.
But if it
Got to
gets
stay
over half
aggressive.
court with 1-3-1, you got your man in the
Mm-hmm.
middle that's gonna stay there regardless. So you take that
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
away. You make them either go diagonal or straight or straight pass to the
Mm-hmm.
corner.
So,
That straight pass to the
but another
corner, you got your guy going down there. That the backside guy gonna be on that guy, and then you got the guy that's trapping at the top. He got to get his butt
mm-hmm.
down. The opposite guy got to get back because the backside guy rotated to the corner. You know what I'm saying? That's where you beat it because that's how a lot of times that's
Yeah.
where the layup going to come from.
Yeah. So me and the head coach, his name is Benny Tate. Shout out Benny Tate. That's my dog. He from Texas. So he know about that ball playing too from his Texas. Matter of fact, his son is a Division I player right now. His son plays at UMBC. Shout out Bryce Johnson. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
he's a big stickler on that press too. He like running the press too. A lot of times you got to look at your personnel that you got, bro. Because if you ain't got the personnel to do it, you can't do it.
Exactly.
It's just simple. It's just simple as that. But if you got the
Well,
personnel and you can teach that in the summer and get them to buy into it, you got something to work with. But
hey,
man,
trust me,
you
I
gotta
had
have that
to,
personnel.
and I know what you're saying with personnel. It's just certain presses you can't run because of
Yeah,
personnel.
exactly,
But
exactly.
at 131, you put your slowest guy in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You put your
Mm-hmm.
slowest
Yeah,
And
guy
you
you
in the
do a
just
back.
lot
stay.
of things to
All
disrupt the
your
team, man.
backside guy got to do is go sideways,
Mm-hmm.
left or right. Now, if he
Mm-hmm.
can't do that, then you know it like sometimes you put sometimes you can put your big at the top because to throw it over the top or whatever, to try to throw it over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much a stationary position type of press. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's limited movement. It's that like
Yeah.
the 2-2-1. Everybody got to move in unison. You know what I'm saying? The one
Right.
two two, you got to move in unison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't
That
move in
2-2-1.
unison, somebody's
You
gonna be
get
open.
if you. We used to run a 2-2-1. We used to run. I ran two different kinds. I ran the 2-2-1 where we actually was aggressive, and then we ran a 2-2-1 that
Mm-hmm.
it kind of faked them out, like thinking it was gonna be a 2-2-1, but then we just back out of it, and
Mm-hmm.
they was just like
Yeah,
because it would
yeah,
slow them up just enough
yeah,
to just like
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
there's a press, but then we basically were running man to man, so it was just a 2-2-1
Mm-hmm.
front, and you
Mm-hmm.
just match up out of it. But
Yeah,
yeah, man,
yeah.
if you don't have the personnel, man, you can't run it, bro. No matter what you do,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
no matter what you do. So yeah, man.
So how much practice time do you have? Like, with the
So
practice hours?
we only get 2 hours, man.
Yeah,
We only get two
that's
hours.
not a lot of time to get stuff done, man.
Yeah, and it's tough too because we actually getting the school is getting redone, so they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna open up in another year or two. They're building another part of the school, and it's gonna be a new gym. So right
Right.
now we got one gym. I mean, a lot of schools have two gyms. Some schools don't. So we got to share our gym with middle school girls,
Mm-hmm.
JV boys, varsity boys. So we got two middle school teams, a girl team and boy team, which they share their practice together. So they split the gym.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then we got girls. Then he wanted to do a JV girl team. I'm glad he's not. Well, I hope he's not going to do it. But we got the girls, and then we got the JVs and boy varsity team. But the JV and varsity we practice together. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, we kind of bump heads together on that. And then but we work really good with the girls coach because he gets off of work kind of late, so he practices kind of late, and we
Mm-hmm.
practice right after school. So I wish
Right.
we had it where like some schools. I know for a fact one of the kids would tell me at Dr. Phillips where they had a PE class at the end of the day
Mm-hmm.
that they will use that as practice time
Mm-hmm.
going into the end of the day. So while everybody's
Smart
getting
way to
out of
do
school,
it.
they in practice.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I wish we could do that too. That either that or that make it a weightlifting class that they could be lifting weights for like an hour, and then boom, we're going to our practice right after school, which would be so much better. And
Yeah.
we really getting on our kids about lifting weights. So our kids are starting to really lift weights now too. So um, that's one of our biggest things that the previous coach, which Coach Cooper that I had, we really didn't get into lifting weights like we should have. But this guy, he's really into lifting weights, and we actually implemented yoga this year.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
did a little bit of yoga the last 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and that's helped our guys out too, along with the guys that playing football. So when they come from football, they giving us that toughness, and now we're working on our bodies a lot more now this year.
Right. Hey, don't you ever? I was in the Smith Center not too long ago. It's probably been about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. Usually I walk. I come through there and just check to see what's going on in the gym. And it was some kids in there that was playing. I don't forgot the name of the guy. I got his name. I got his number. But he said he was like, I guess, a coach with you, little short
Hey, you
guy,
coach?
a little short guy
Uh,
with kind of low haircut,
Frizzy hair,
had frizzy hair. Yeah,
had tattoos.
yeah. And
That's my boy Kyle.
he had a
Kyle Lafonte. Kyle
okay,
Lafonte, man. Coach Kyle.
okay,
That's
yeah.
that's
He had a couple
that's
kids in there,
the
man, that said that he was gonna be bringing over to the school. Some light
yes.
skinned
Matter of
kid.
fact,
He was doing his thing.
yeah. So okay, you start. first saw him when we had a couple kids that came from over because he was coaching our older kids, and I was coaching. He
Okay.
had me coaching the JV team, and he was coaching the high school. Really, it wasn't a high school team. It was more like post grad guys that were getting ready to out of school, get ready to go to school.
Oh, right, right.
Post grad guys, and some of the high school guys that were high level high school guys because he got two kids. He has two sons that play. Hey, hold on. No, he's not here. Hold on, y'all. No, he's not here. No, they're not here either. Yeah, go knock on the door. Yeah. All right, my bad, y'all.
Oh, you good.
Uh, but anyway, yeah, he had a couple. He had a couple kids. I coached with him years ago, and then he had decided to start another AAU team. And so when he told me, "Hey man, I'm on the phone, bro. Stop interrupting." Oh, okay, you knocking on the door, so somebody gonna come. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, he had a couple kids over there. Yeah, his two kids. Matter of fact, his two sons, they playing over there with me right now. One is a senior and one is a junior. So they're playing over there with me right now.
Oh,
So, but
I heard y'all
anyway,
had a little bowl coming over there.
that was the one that was 6'8", bro.
That was the one you were talking
That,
about, huh?
that they were too
That's the one
old.
you were talking about. Okay. Yeah.
That's the one that was too old, my boy. So I
Yeah,
was just like,
yeah. I figured that
hold on,
who
let me
you was
get a little
talking
light,
about. I
bro.
figured that who you was talking
Yeah,
about.
he
Yeah.
was the one that was 6'8", bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah,
That's
he didn't
wild.
ever make it, man. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, Coach Kyle, man. Shout out to Coach Kyle, man. That's my boy, man. I was he good people, man, and he a little loud. He a little different than I am. He a different kind
Yeah,
of coach
yeah,
than I am, though. I tell you
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He a different coach than I am, but bro, he good people's man. He a good coach, man, and he really care about the kids, man. And he had one kid that was living with him for a little bit, and he got him into a post grad up in Virginia. And man, he goes out his way for the kids, man. I mean, he goes out his way for them, man. He a good dude, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you need them type of guys like that, man. Especially not saying that you're not reactive and active with the kids or whatever, but sometimes that outside personality
Hmm.
that fits with them, and
Yeah,
some
and
stuff
it
the
kind of
head
it
coach
kind of
sometimes, man. We don't be really about all that, man. We just trying to get things done
you
and
know
just
what
let the guy that
it kind of works. It kind of works out too because he's the one that's like I actually taught him some things that he learned from me. He learned to
mm-hmm,
be more even keel with it instead of being so like you know
yeah,
obnoxious about a lot of things. So he's learned to like calm down a little bit and let stuff just be. It is what it is. Cause we know what
yeah,
AAU is about. We know what it
yeah,
is. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? He's been coaching it long enough. So as it's gonna be some coaches out there that stack their teams every weekend to come out there to win a trophy. I don't care nothing
Right.
about no trophy. The last trophy I won at AAU, I gave it away to one of my kids. I gave it to him as an MVP. I said, "This is the MVP of our team." I gave it to him. I've
mm-hmm,
never taken I've never taken a trophy home with me at an AAU tournament. Never, never, because I don't. I'm not in it for that.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? I don't want no trophies. I don't want nothing people to come to my house like, "Oh, you want it for that? You want it for that?" I don't want that. I'm out there for the kids, man, because I want every kid. Because I'm out there to teach. I'm out there to teach. I'm out there to show them the game that you know what I'm saying that I got learned. Well, I got taught. I don't want to get learned. That's the wrong word. But I got taught at a younger at an older age. I learned basketball when I was 13, 14 years old. I don't know about you, Jake, but you probably was playing ever since you were little.
yeah,
I didn't really start playing until I was 13, 14 years old. I played soccer.
yeah,
I was a soccer player.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? I played soccer. So when I played soccer, that taught me footwork. Then I was already pretty decent at football. So then once I got to start playing basketball, it was totally different.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you on
So
that.
yeah. So but anyway, yeah, I'm just there, man, to be a coach, man. That I ain't trying to do nothing else.
Hey, so let's tell the audience, how hard it is for us us melanated people to advance in this world of basketball for his coaching and you
Say
know
what now?
the higher up part of the politics of basketball. You know, it's like crazy how
How to
some guys
you basically
can
talking
coach.
about how to get in there?
Yeah, how to get in. Some guys can coach, right? And
Mm-hmm.
some guys been around for a long time. And I can name some guys right now that is not getting opportunities. You know, once I
Mm.
don't know if you remember Lawrence
I
Baker.
heard that name. I heard that name. I
He
got if I
coached
see
at
his face, I know.
OCP.
I know. He coached where?
Well, he wound up down. He wound up down a couple years. About he been gone since I think 15, 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah, he coached
Right.
at OCP, and he went.
Oh
When
yeah,
OCP
I
was
remember
going
him.
through.
I remember him. I remember him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I do
they was
remember him.
going through their time when they was winning and stuff like that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it gets shipped off to another team, this and that, and he was there the whole time. He never really got his opportunity. You know what I mean? And it's just,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing. Reason why I brought this out like this podcast because it's not the fact just to sit here and talk about just playing basketball. Hey, who did this, who did that, but really just to get out to get the information out, get out the people's
Yeah.
stories that been around in Orange County, Florida, period. But like I was
Mm-hmm.
telling people, like Orange County has always been that bed of talent that never really sprouted to
Yeah.
where it needed to
It's some
be.
it's some it's some it's some good coaches out there, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I've networked with some guys, man. Like they'll be like, man, I seen you out there been coaching out there for a while. Like shout out to Willie Anderson. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
Willie
Yeah, we had
Anderson,
them
man.
on the show too.
That's my boy right there, man. Like me, like he always been like he knew I've been coaching out there for all. So every time I see him, man, we dap each other up, we talk, ask how each other doing. I actually he was in me and him, we graduated the same year. So I played against him when I was at Apopka High School in basketball. So when he was at Boone. But Willie is one of my he's a really good dude, man. We've had several conversations. Really good dude, run a good program out there at Q6.
yeah.
Man,
Very good.
he's one of my guys that like if I even had a question, I would hit him up. You know what I'm saying? But there's some really good coaches out there, bro. All over the place, man. I've like I said, I've worked with some guys. I've met some guys. Just watching how certain guys coach. Um, uh, some of my favorite coaches are in high school coaches. I just like watching them how they operate. The guy that used to coach at Dr. Phillips when he had Ernest and all them out there, he's at UCF now. I used to like watching their warm ups, just watching how he operates, man. And I try to implement anything that I see with a coach that does really well. I try to implement that with us, man, because those guys need every bit of coaching that you see. You want to try to add it to your team because it's a hotbed out there in Central Florida, man. Because there's some great coaches out there. There's some really
Mm-hmm.
good coaches out there, man. And it's evident, man, just because you can start seeing that now people are starting to recruit Central Florida so good now because we got so many good coaches. And there's some coaches out there people don't know about. I mean, there might be some coaches out there that don't know about me. I'm good with that though. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay up under the
Mm-hmm.
radar because I've never been a guy that wanted to be known out there. But there's some guys out there that don't come to me and say, "Hey man, I seen you been doing your thing for a while out there, man. Hey man, I appreciate what you're doing. I like what you're doing." And that's great to hear, man. Even if my team is not that good, even if my team is 2-20 or 2-12 or whatever, those guys still will come up, keep doing your thing, man, because it's about teaching them the right steps. I remember one year my JV team was all middle schoolers. We playing against high schoolers, they're 10th graders, 11th graders, and they giving us the business. And I had coaches walk up to me and say, "Hey man, I appreciate you what you're doing, man. Keep working with them. It's gonna eventually pay off." These kids, those same kids that was on that middle school, they just graduated this past year.
Yeah.
So, but man, but it's some good coaches out there, man. It's some really good ones out. Some good trainers out there. And some trainers out there that are not that good. And some coaches out there that are good. I ain't saying no name because I don't know them. I ain't trying, I'm not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
type of dude.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I
But
do
we
I
know
do
it's
a
out
little
there though.
training.
We know it's out there.
Yeah. I do some little training on the side myself, but I don't try to put myself out there as being that big name trainer or nothing like that
Mm-hmm.
because I start with the basics. I do the basic stuff. We're gonna start out with this ball handling here, ball handling there. passing here, shooting, working on your form, working on your footwear. We're gonna work on all that stuff right there. We're not gonna try to work on those, step backs and behind the back doing all this when you can't even dribble with your left hand yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, they out there, they Gerald, and it's hard for some of those coaches to get out there because uh, what I'm saying, they don't know how to get into coaching or how to or what the steps that they need to get in there. I had a couple of dudes that hit me up and I tell them, hey, look, this is where you go, this is where you can look and see if their
Mm-hmm.
position is open. If the position open, this is what you need to do. I try to put myself out there to help them out as much as I can because somebody helped me. So,
Yeah, that's our kryptonite, bro. We don't want to help each other, bro.
hmm
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? That's our kryptonite.
I had a one year I had a girl coach that was my assistant coach. I knew her from high school. She wanted to get into coaching. I said, hey, I said, you ain't gonna get paid for it, but you can volunteer and you can get your name out there. Boom. She came and helped. She came and helped me for a year. And we had a good team that year too. And she was just as stern as I was. And I told him, I said, y'all gonna respect her just like y'all respect me. If she say something, y'all gonna do it. So, but shout out, man. I'm all about opportunity. Like this past year, I didn't even coach JV this year. I was the head assistant on my varsity team. I gave a guy that played for me the opportunity to coach. He coached JV this year. I was on the bench with him because I wanted to mentor him. I wanted to help him out. Now it was kind of hard for me because I'm so used to being the head coach. So I'm out there
Mm-hmm.
yelling and stuff like that. And then I had to fall back. And I was like, I'm not the head coach. I'm just that other guy. But I had to. But he was there to just be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to show him like, hey man, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give it to you. You go ahead and do what you gotta do. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, but man, I mean, any young coach, any guy out there that want to learn how to coach or want to be a coach, man, you can come coach with AAU so you can get a little feel. If you want to come out there and you want to take over a couple games and coach, I'll sit back and watch you and kind of critique you and say, hey, this is what you should have did, this is what we should have seen, stuff like that, like that. Hey man, I'm all about developing. I got matter of fact, shout out. I got a cousin named Jonathan Robinson. Shout out. He in Lake County. He coached the AAU team. I'm so proud of him, man. Like man, I remember when he was growing up playing. Now he a coach. He coaching his son, man. Shout out to my cousin, man.
Mm-hmm. Know what's up? Yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from with that because that's what I was doing with my team. My
Mm-hmm.
AU team I started. Let guys come in and say, listen, go and coach that team and see what's up with you. Because really, it's easy to sit on the bench and be watching, but then if you're that person on the
Mm-hmm.
other side, it's like when you're playing. When I was playing, I wasn't really the talkative person. You know what I mean? It was like, man, you always
Mm-hmm.
quiet,
Mm-hmm.
this and this and that. So it's like
Yeah.
I always just pushed everything out and just did what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I knew
Yeah.
the crowd was
I
there.
never thought I was gonna be a coach.
Yeah,
Never, bro.
I knew I knew I was gonna be that, but just like I know it takes time and it's a process, but it's kind of jumping in it when you're supposed to get into it, not just rush into it, and
Mm-hmm.
push yourself into that because
Right, right, right.
it's definitely stressful, especially with the parents and stuff like that. Where it
So
could be.
I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question, and I'll get the answer from each one of y'all. So if you had a guy out there that was a guy that hasn't played in high school, that can hoop, and he wants to go to a school, would you give him a recommendation of going to a smaller school, or would you tell him just work it out with the school here and try to make the team? What would you tell him to do?
Oh yeah, you
Let's
just
start with
took
you,
that
Kevin.
out. Man, get out my head, man. Because when you were talking about that, I was I was getting ready to say, man. I say, man, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some kids over there to you, dog. But yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't send a kid to a school knowing he can't play because like Oak Ridge, I wouldn't send that kid over there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
'cause they
You
pretty
know what
much
I'm
got their
saying?
team.
I wouldn't send that kid to Evans. I wouldn't send him to Edgewater. Now maybe Jones. You know what I mean? But I won't send him somewhere I know he gonna sit the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That don't
saying?
serve the
Shout
So
out.
purpose.
smaller schools so he
Yeah.
can get some burn, get some run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Evans High School, man. They did that. They did their thing last year. I had a kid that played on our
Yeah.
AAU team. He played it. He played for Evans last year. Named David.
Mhm.
David. And David can go. David about 6'2", 6'3". He can shoot the ball. He can rebound. He can defend. And I want to see David in the next level, man. Cause I think I seen him when he was like an eighth grader, ninth grader. The passion that he had of playing basketball. He a little arrogant right now. I always mess with him. I like you being a little arrogant right now since you don't play in the state. You don't play in the state and all that. But But
Mm-hmm.
I think he can play at that next level, man. He just need to keep his head, keep even kill, and do his thing, man. But shout out Evans head coach, man. He did his thing over there last year, man.
Yeah, yeah. So man, I mean, it was a lot of question marks out on him though, but I just knew
Yeah,
now because you played the game don't mean that you can coach the game. But I
exactly,
always kind of
exactly.
seen Zoe as a coach though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
seen
He's
him like seen,
yeah, and he got that right group, and he didn't have a really big team either. He ain't had no
mm-hmm.
big team either. I mean, he had a big kid that was about 6'7", 6'8", but he wasn't really like that dude. You know what I'm saying? He just gave him that height, whatever. But his guards ran his team, and they he got some guys, he got some guards out there that can go.
Yeah. So
But yeah, man.
what you looking like in the fall league?
So fall league, we I think we won five, and I think we lost three. And then we took a Saturday and went over there and played Mount Verde's high school team. But you
Mm,
know, Mount Verde got several teams out there. So we
mm-hmm.
went and played their high school team on a Saturday. And bro, they busted 100 on them, but we scored 75 on them. So
Okay.
we scored 75 on that team right there, bro. I'm like, bro, we can be really competitive about some other teams around this area.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big confidence
You know
boost,
what I'm saying?
man. That's why it's always you
Yeah,
always see teams. That's what I liked about Walmore. You know, being in 1A. I think what
thank you.
started our growth because we was in
Thank
1A.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the 1A schools didn't want to play us. You know,
Exactly.
like district schools, we
Exactly.
just swam through. We just played one district game, and then we on to
And
the section, on the regional and sectional.
yeah,
But
yeah, when
what
we
really
at
helped us
Wamo,
throughout that season, we played a lot of bigger schools.
mm-hmm,
You know, we played a lot of bigger schools. So
yeah. I
when our playoffs came, it was kind of like a little not saying a breeze now because we played the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? But
mhm.
in 1A, but yeah, our schedule, our regular schedule really helped us. You know.
Man, and listen, I used to love playing on big school, man, especially when we were playing at Wamo, because we played on big schools and they looking at us like they finna just run through us. They think they
Yeah.
know they looked at the clock, but we don't bust them by
We
20.
whooped their
You
ass,
feel
boy.
me? You know what I'm saying? They like, damn,
It
but
was
we
crazy
was
though.
supposed to
It was crazy.
we supposed to kill Wamo. No,
Yeah.
no.
Nah.
And I always tell people back then when I was at a high school and I was seeing Wamo and I was seeing Oak Ridge, like bro, y'all was some team, bro. Like bro, y'all had some dudes that can go. Like I remember what Oak Ridge had Willie Fisher
Mm-hmm.
and they had the other big dude. Uh
Yeah,
was
Craig
it Gordon?
Flowers.
Kevin Gordon? Then they had Craig Flowers.
Yeah,
And
Craig
bro,
Flowers. Yeah.
bro, that was some and them teams right there could go. And I was just like, and they came over there and were destroying the pop. So I was just like, bro, I would love to play for a team like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing about it is y'all coach didn't hold y'all back. Coach Howard didn't hold us back. He let us play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he had his things or whatever, but he let you be a basketball player instead of just going out
Mm-hmm.
there and just handcuffing you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man. Yeah. I
Shoot,
always tell
man.
people they always ask me like all the coaches that I played for, what did they teach me? And I like, well, each coach gave me something different. And I played for three different coaches, but with Coach Howard just told me that he taught me the defensive aspects of the game. Like the
Yeah.
defense gonna lead you to your offense.
Yeah.
He's gonna lead you to your offense. You play good defense, you get some dudes that can go after people. Oh, your offense gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Yeah, yeah, he definitely saved my life, man. I mean,
oh
wound
yeah.
up playing him when I was at CFA, and
Mm-hmm.
they bust the clock. Actually, they cut the game off on us in the third quarter because everybody fouled out. You know what I'm saying? So we
Wow,
got
that's
they
crazy.
cut it off at third quarter. We were down 51.
Mm,
First half, right? First half, man, we was right up on them. Halftime, I think they was up by maybe 4 or 5 points. And then Corey Chandler just said, "Hey man, it's time to turn it up, right? Turn it up, man." They turned it up for real. They turned it up, and I'm
that's
like,
crazy, bro.
I had 19 though, but it was a hard
Mm,
19 because I
mm-hmm.
had Bam, I had Corey, I had Terrence Gaines, I had all them niggas coming at me, man. I was like, it was crazy, but so after the game, I didn't even know, I had little issues, at Jones at the time, and I didn't know, not Jones, I was at CFA. The school had wound up closing down, so I was
Mm-hmm.
out of school for a while. and
Mm.
and Mo and Sean, they wound up going to Wildmore.
Big
So
Mo.
Yeah. So Big Mo was like,
Big
man,
Mo.
Coach, I want you to come to this, come to Walmart. I said, man, I ain't coming to no Walmart, man. I ain't going to no Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
man, like that. I said, man, either I'm gonna go to Oak Ridge. So a couple of weeks went by, man, and Mo say, man, look, man, just come. Then my mama was like, look, man, what you gonna do? You gonna have to, get a job or go to school. What you gonna do? So
Mm-hmm.
I got on the bus, the Winter Park bus, got on there, man. Man, they treated me like I was Jesus Shuttleworth, man.
Man, listen, man.
I was like,
Listen, that's crazy,
it
bro.
was like it was
And the
crazy,
thing about
man.
it,
I was like,
it's
damn.
so crazy is when I got out there, man, like no,
That's where it started, man.
yeah, when I got out there, nobody didn't know who I was. They didn't know where I was from or nothing like that until, I was with Mike and them. They just thought I just hung around them because, they played football or whatever. Then they like, oh yeah, he from apartment too. They was just like, man, he from apartment too. Oh God. But then when
Yeah,
they, back then we had those teacher against students and students against the teachers, students against each other grade level game.
yeah.
Nobody knew I could play basketball. And then boom, I went out there and played. And they were like, damn man, I know you can hoop. I like, yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Yep.
Oh my
And rest from
God, that
there.
Apartment game, that in school game, man, that thing was
Man,
live, bro.
that thing was swole, wasn't it, bro?
Man, that thing was live, man. That thing, and
Yeah.
then a lot of people didn't know that Warren Sapp was playing on that team. Warren Sapp
Yeah,
played on
I
that
try to tell
team.
people that y'all bust Warren out them, but man, and he was the only person that
Yeah,
could get anything off on y'all.
yeah,
Everybody else couldn't do nothing. But he
yeah.
don't want because he had that big body and he what I'm saying he know how to
Mm-hmm.
bang with y'all. But everybody else was kind of they either was scared or they just couldn't hoop.
Mm-hmm. Hey, who was the guy that they wound up having a dance contest in the stand? What's his name? Chester. What's his name? He got up. He was,
Just
you know what I'm
that's the
talking
one
about?
that he ended up coming to Wamo.
Yeah, he ended up coming to Wamo. Yeah, the
Yeah,
senior year.
he ended up
Senior
going to
year.
Wamo. Man, shout out to Chester, man. He died about 5-10 years ago, man.
Yeah, I heard. But
Yeah,
I was hearing something
shout
about
out
that.
shout out to Chester, man. Old Chester, bro.
Yeah,
Chester,
yeah,
get down, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, man. What school did you go to, Kev, up in Tallahassee?
I'm there paying you high.
Oh, you in the fam?
Yeah. Small classification school with 2A. No, we play like Ricketts, Darby, Florida High. I don't know if you're familiar with those schools. Play at little small schools around town. We play some big schools.
Yeah, fam, you high, yep. We never did get a chance to play down there. We always played against Hawthorne.
Oh,
Yeah, Hawthorne, yeah.
Hawthorne.
or Hawthorne, that's near
Hawthorne
Gainesville.
under our games. Yeah,
Yeah.
boy, we used to have some epic games against them, boy.
Man, they good this year, man. They got on Cornelius Ingram's son.
But see, I thought he was going to end up going to Oak Ridge because he played with Oak Ridge this summer.
Nah, he ain't go.
Yeah, I know he ended up going, but I thought he was going to end up going because he had played with the Rebels all summer, and then he played in another little tournament with them, and he had on the Oak Ridge jersey. So I'm like, bro, he gonna end up going. I said, man, he gonna end up going there. But I guess what I'm saying, he ended up staying up there.
No, his daddy
But
the
yeah,
coach.
yeah, Cornelius.
Yeah, so he gonna leave his daddy and go to Oak Ridge.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
man,
this day and age, bro, you'd be surprised, bro.
man, he pretty much guaranteed the back door in Florida. That's where his daddy went.
Yeah, that's true. True.
So ain't no sense in him leaving.
Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah, but Oak Ridge was gonna be stacked anyway, no matter if he would have came there or not anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I just don't see. I don't know nobody in this area that's gonna really give him a. Probably Edgewater. Probably
Maybe
Edgewater gonna give him a go.
Maybe,
Edgewater, I'll give him a little run.
Evans will
maybe,
give him a.
maybe Olympia. Olympia might, because Olympia still got on. Don't Adrian James' son still go to
Nah, he
Nah,
gone.
he is Cincinnati. He is
Cincinnati? Okay,
Cincinnati. Oak Ridge. I mean, Olympia got a whole new coaching staff, bro.
no, yeah,
Yeah, they got a coach that coach with. He used to coach with. He coached AAU with Austin Rivers AAU team. He's the coach over
yeah.
there now. White guy. Coach Gordon that used to be at Evans for years. He was over there at Olympia, and he left. He retired. Matter of fact.
Okay. Yeah, it's about time for him to
So
go.
yeah.
He probably
So
so easy and
Olympia.
got up out of there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Olympia
you
got some.
know, actually, Ezra and James was coaching that team.
Nah,
Ezra and
yeah,
James was
pretty
coaching
much.
that team, bro.
Yeah,
Pretty
he was
much.
coaching that team. He was
You take
coaching
Ezra's
that.
son out of the game, you
He
can
was
see what
coaching
happened.
that team. He was coaching that team until they ended up playing my cousin in the Oak Ridge. They went over there and beat him.
Man, I sat there and watched a couple games, man. And you know, Coach Gordon, dude, he was no nonsense, man.
Yeah, Coach Gordon, good coach. He one of, another one of them
Yeah,
coaches that I respected, but that was a
yeah,
good
he was a
coach,
good
bro.
coach though. He's over there at Coy, man.
Hmm.
He was at Coy. When I first seen him, I was like, you know, a lot of people don't be wanting a coach to be all on the kids and thinking you're embarrassing the kids, but the thing
Exactly,
about it is,
bro.
man, these kids get on this court, man, they be embarrassing the program, bro. You know
That's
what I'm
Yeah.
another
saying?
thing too, man. It be the parents though, bro. It be the
Uh,
parent. The parents coaching in the stand. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a parent, bro. I had a parent yelling at me in the stands, bro. When I was coaching one year, and he was yelling at me, and like I'm coaching. It was a close game. When I'm coaching, he was more worried about his son playing than us winning the game, and it was like a 2 or 3 point game. And
mm-hmm.
he
Mm.
yelling at me in the stands. So he was like, put the other kids in. They're tired. I said, if you want to coach, you come down. And I'm talking about everybody in the stands heard me. They were just looking at me like, what? I said, if you want to coach, you come down here. Oh, that's real professional, coach. But you yelling at me, so that's professional. So
Right, right.
after the game, after the game, I'm over there looking at the stat book. We ended up losing by 2 points. I'm looking at the stat book. The dude walked up on me. I told him to start out. I said, hey, look, man, I don't know you, so you need to back up. Give me 50 feet, bro. And he just kept talking. I said, look, bro, the game's over with. Now I'm in my manhood stage right now, but you about to get these hands, so you better want to step back. So it was a coach, another black coach that came over there. And he kind of grabbed me. He was just like, "Hey, coach, don't let him let you
Yeah,
scoot to
yeah,
that
yeah,
level
get
because
you.
that's what he's trying to do." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I said, man, he don't know me like that, bro. Walking up here, and the son never complained. His son never complained about his playing time, never complained about it in practice. Son was real quiet, never said nothing. But you up there complaining. So
Mm-hmm.
he ended up the AD. I ended up talking to my AD, and my AD told him he's like he sent an email to the dad, told the dad you can no longer come to any other game for the rest of the year. Not walking
Mm.
up on my coach at the end of a game. You got 24 hours to talk to a coach.
Yeah.
You got 24
24
hours
to 40,
to talk
24
to
to
a coach.
48 hours.
Yeah, you got to give him time to you know what I'm saying to assess what went on or whatever, and then you come talk to him. But don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that right. Don't do that.
Yep. Yeah,
But
somebody
it
started
be the
coaching
parents,
like
man.
that in AAU. I said, man, look, before we even got your kid and took your money, we told you the rules. You got
Exactly.
issues because of whatever issues you have with the game, or your son ain't playing, your daughter ain't playing, do not come confront me after the game. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that in a
man.
couple of days.
He could have, you know what I'm saying, just come to me like a man, or just email me and I
Oh
email
yeah,
you
yeah,
back.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
basically yeah,
yeah,
come like a man. You know what I'm saying? But other
yeah.
than that,
Come at me professionally. Don't come at me like that with
uh,
that craziness right there, man. That's just madness, man. But yeah, man. But it's the parents, man. And you know, I try to tell parents like all your kids, everybody kid ain't gonna be good. Like some of your kids did just enough to make the team.
mm-hmm,
But everybody ain't gonna be that dude on the team. Like the ball. There's only so many people that can touch the ball during the game. We
Right.
we know
mm-hmm,
that. You
mm-hmm,
know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
And then you want your best players to touch the ball again. If your kid is not one of my top 5 guys, guess what? He's just a role player. So
mm-hmm.
he got to get in where he fit in. What do you do well to help us out to win the game? Do you dive on the floor? Do you play defense? Do you rebound? I had to break my nephew down with that. Man, my nephew was like, "Oh, what I need to do to get on the court." I said, "You know what you do well?" He said, "What's that?" I said, "Rebound. Go rebound. Go get
Mm-hmm.
every rebound." He had a game. We had 26 rebounds at 6'2".
Wow,
The school's all-time lead. The school's he had the school record for most rebounds in the game. 26 rebounds.
gave him some
He had
motivation.
so
Didn't
yeah
even know it.
he had like 14 or 15 at halftime. He said, "Oh, how many rebounds?" I said, "You got 14." I said, "Go get 20." He said, "All right, I'm gonna get more than 20." Got 26.
Yeah,
But
that's how you do it.
it's not that many kids that's gonna be selfish enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a kid that had 19 charges his senior year. 19 charges. He took 19 charges.
Mm,
There's some kids that want to take one charge all year. He had
mm,
19, bro, in 1 year. Just being a team player, bro. The kid the kid didn't. I think he averaged 2 points a game. He averaged 2 points a game, and he started. He averaged 2 points a game, and all he want to do is rebound and take charges.
Right.
That's
Man,
it.
you need guys like that. You need them glue guys, what they call glue guys. You need them like that.
Exactly, man. Give me.
That do the
Yeah,
dirty
I
work.
want. Yeah. What can I do to get on the court, coach? You do this right here. I got you. Give me one of those guys.
Yeah.
You give me those guys right there, bro. We playing we smoking we playing with gas now. Let's go.
mm.
But every kid don't want to do that because it's the way that basketball is now. Everybody like there's no true point guards no more.
Yeah, I would.
Like how many point guards out there that don't want to shoot the ball now? Like how many point guards that just want to get everybody involved? It's not many. Everybody want to shoot
Slim
the
to
ball.
none. Yeah, the game is
Like I
about
got.
around scoring now.
Mm-hmm. Now we got a point guard. He gonna be a sophomore this year. We told him. They said, man, your time gonna come, bro. But this is what we need you to do. We need you to feed our lead scorer, and we need you to feed our second lead scorer. Everything else gonna come to you. Nah, we went into a fall league game. He trying to shoot everything, bro. We put him on the bench quick. He was about to cry. Hey man, we told you what we needed. We need somebody that's gonna do what we want you to do, not the opposite. And we understand that he's young. We gonna have to go with our growing pains with him or whatever. But we also got to be stern to what we want done, and that's gonna be our winning formula. We can't win with you just jacking up threes that you should be throwing up.
Yeah, Eric Mack said. I think when we was talking about Boone, he said that's why he left Boone.
Eric Matt, my boy Eric Matt, Eric Mizzle,
Yeah.
man. Eric Matt was, bro. He was probably one of the most skilled big men I ever seen, bro.
Come on, man. Don't get now. Come on. Come on.
Jared, stop,
Come
stop
on,
handling,
man. Come on,
man.
man. You say
Stop
still
handling
big
Eric
man,
like that.
bro.
But Eric was a decent big man. He was decent. He
Hey,
one of the
nah,
most skilled one I've
Eric
seen.
did his thing, man.
Yeah, he
I
did
be
his
fucking
thing,
with him
man.
sometimes. We'll talk a little bit on the mic. He'll be talking with those guys and arguing with them about like what he did and all that. And it's like, bro, you know,
Man,
don't
Eric,
even
let
worry
Eric,
about it. Just let the game.
Eric. I'll tell him straight up, let Eric. I played with you, man. I played. What up, man? I played a whole year with you, bro. Come on now, stop that, stop that, stop that. I said, do you want me to go get? I said, do you want me to go
Hey,
get Boogaloo
hey,
and Dexter? You want me to go get Boogaloo, Dexter? You want me to go get Charmaine? All right, now,
hey,
chill out.
hey. Eric be going back and forth with him, man. I be like, I
I
said
ain't
it
going
don't
back
make
and
no
forth with
sense.
none of them.
Bro. You know what I mean? I just be, I get on there and co-sign a little bit, you know what I mean? But I was like, man, it's like, I know
Yeah.
I've seen what he did, a lot of stuff he did, but I didn't see the
Mm-hmm.
Wimo days, you know what I'm saying? Obviously,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Eric,
I've had.
Eric wasn't no slouch
He
now.
said.
Eric wasn't no slouch
Yeah,
now.
he had a couple games, bro. Like I think one game we played against Bishop Moore. He had 30 points against Bishop Moore. I'm talking about, bro. He was the only one that was cooking, bro. He
Yeah,
was the only one who was cooking, bro. Everybody else couldn't do nothing. Everybody else was missing shots. That's when Bishop Moore had the beehive.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You remember
He
that
got
gym, the
blowed up out of
beehive?
there.
Man, they had that beehive, and when it rained, it started leaking on the floor.
Yep.
Man, listen, man. Yeah, but Eric was the only one that was cooking, man. Oh, Eric,
Man,
man.
listen,
Well,
listen, man. We used to play
ask
in
him
the
about that.
front line. Man,
Mhm.
Eric was cooking niggas up in there, man. I said, damn, what? Cause at the time, Stacey Mack was young. Stacey Mack was legit at the time. And Stacey had them
Mhm.
hawks back then.
Right.
You know, he was coming up. He was coming up along the ranks with us then. You know what I mean? Cause I think he like what 3 years younger than us. So it's like
Mhm.
and then his older brother, the one that got killed, that's the one who had
Oh,
the
okay.
hawk.
Mhm.
That's the one who
Yeah.
got. That's man. That nigga he was like Stacey Augman, bro, for real.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Eric, he always just seems so lazy to me. I mean, Coach Howard used to tell him like, man, stop being lazy, man. But when he wanted to play,
Yeah. When he went to play.
He do his thing, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
when
got
he's
my
on.
teammate on here, Lincoln Robinson, man. He said we were talking about Edgewater. He said Edgewater lost their best player. He wound up going over to Oak Hill. Donovan
Yeah,
Williams
but
son.
he went, man. Tell Link, man, they lost Donovan Williams, but they picked up Darius' son. Darius Washington's
Yeah,
son came back,
yeah, he came back.
and he's 6'5".
Yeah, yeah.
He's 6'5", 6'6", and he handled the ball. So they kind of like plugged him back in, plug somebody else in his spot right there. I don't know if they. I've seen both of them play. Donovan can be a dog, but I think Darius can be one too. So
Mm-hmm.
they didn't lose a lot. They might have lost some defensive some defensive skills, but offensive wise, they just added to it, and he's actually taller than Donovan. So
Mm-hmm.
they added some height, but they gonna be decent too, man. They gonna be a problem too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't in they classification. I don't know how much more teams that can be really that good in their classification. 'Cause I think they in that classification with Oviedo. I think Oviedo gonna be tough too.
Hey, Kel, what other schools in they 6A, right?
Yeah, they either 6A or 5A.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, they might be 5A.
Well, Edgewater went back down. I thought it was 6A.
Yeah, they went back down. They went back down.
They went back down.
Mm-hmm. But they might be 5A in basketball.
Um,
But they play. Well, again, they play everybody in the metro, so they don't slack off. Um,
yeah, we seem like Winter Park ain't really doing too much these days.
when the park ain't did nothing in a while, bro. They just a lot of these schools they lose a lot of they stuff because of all the other schools that built around them. So
Mm-hmm.
once they build them other schools, them kids start going to them other schools and they start losing players. And now you got these private schools now, you got these academies. So a lot of kids that be right in their area, they end up going somewhere else. Hell, we had a kid that went to Circle Christian. He lived right by Cornerstone. He was 6'8", bro. And he didn't even come to Cornerstone. He went to Circle Christian. And he lived right around the corner from Cornerstone. His mom said the reason that he didn't come to Cornerstone is because one year we played them and the kids was heckling him the whole game. And she was gonna let him go to Cornerstone. But when they did that, she said, no, I'm not gonna let him come there. I was like, that's the reason why you stopped him from coming there? That's crazy. But all right, to each his own.
Hey, man, them parents, bro.
Yeah,
And
parents, man,
them parents, man. Them parents, bro.
that block your blessing, bro.
Lock your blessing.
Yeah, we had a guard his 11th grade year, the year that we had COVID. He was gonna be a senior. And he could have easily went and played college basketball, but I don't care if it would have been JUCO, D3, D2, whatever. He easily could have went to college. His parents and I understand COVID. They were older and they didn't want him to be out there and stuff. They stopped him from playing that year, man. And he easily would have went to college. But his parents said, "Nah, man, we don't want him around. Nobody during this COVID thing." So,
Yo.
but his parents, it's their decision. We had another kid this past year that could have went. He could have came play with us. He played as Life Christian, the same school that had the kid with the short with the cut off arm, Hansel,
Mm-hmm.
had the one arm. He
Yeah.
played over there with him, and we could have had him over at our school last year. Is another not Hansel, but another kid that played with him. His name was Dan. He was about six. How tall Dan was? Dan was about 6'3", 6'4", guard. He was a big guard though. He was supposed to play with us last year, but same thing. Parents said, hey, they just wanted to keep him at the school they was at. Transportation issues or whatever. And hey, the best of luck. As I always tell them, man, best of luck, man. Hope y'all do good over there. So
Yo. So, what did you ever say about what the tournaments y'all in this year?
we playing in one up in Panama City around
Ain't,
Christmas time, right before Christmas. We playing Panama City.
ain't nothing up there.
Yeah, we playing one up there, and then we playing in another one. We playing in this the SIAA tournament over there in Winter Haven. We playing in
Mm-hmm.
that one. We playing. We playing. They put us in there. They want us to play in that tournament, so we playing in that. So we playing in that in January. That's like a 2-day tournament. It's Saturday. I think it's it's a 2-day tournament or 3-day tournament. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we playing in that. So we only play. They don't. They ain't like back in the day when we was at Wamo. You can play in 2 or 3 tournaments
Yep.
because now they're telling us that we can only